The impact of the Black Death on the Polish kingdom and Lithuanian territories during the mid-14th century presents a fascinating and complex historical narrative. This period was marked by the reign of King Casimir III the Great in Poland, a monarch renowned for his comprehensive domestic reforms and efforts to protect the Jewish population, which thrived under his rule. King Casimir III the Great, ruling during the time of the Black Death, implemented significant measures that may have contributed to the relative mitigation of the plague's impact in Poland. His initiatives included a form of quarantine, restricting travel into Poland from other nations. This was particularly enforced in walled cities, though it was less effective in rural areas where movement was less restricted. Despite these measures, the enforcement of such travel bans during this period was challenging, and their effectiveness remains a subject of debate. It's worth noting that, during his reign, Casimir III also embarked on a significant construction program, building military fortresses and attracting immigration, notably from Jewish communities facing persecution in German-speaking lands. The Jewish population in Poland, under Casimir's protection, is believed to have experienced lower death rates during the plague. This is often attributed to the hygienic practices embedded in Jewish law, such as regular hand-washing and specific sanitary conditions for burial, which were not standard among the majority population at the time. Poland's geographic and climatic conditions also played a role. Its relatively sparse population compared to other parts of Europe, and its temperate seasonal climate may have contributed to slowing the spread of the disease. Additionally, the Carpathian Mountains, forming part of Poland's borderland at the time, could have acted as a natural barrier against the spread of the plague. However, the narrative that Poland was largely spared from the Black Death is disputed. Some historians argue that this view emerged due to a lack of statistical data from the period, particularly during the 20th century under communist rule in Poland. They point to evidence of societal changes in Poland during the second half of the 14th century, such as increases in the size of forests, wage hikes in Krakow, and the collapse of grain prices, which are typically associated with demographic shifts resulting from the Black Death. In the case of the Lithuanian territories, the information is less detailed. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, established later in the 16th century, was a union of Poland and Lithuania, ruled by a common monarch. At its height, it was one of the largest and most populous countries in Europe, characterized by a parliamentary monarchy and a diverse multi-ethnic population. The Black Death's impact on these regions underscores the intricate interplay of governance, geography, societal practices, and external threats in shaping historical events. The efforts of rulers like Casimir III in responding to such crises, as well as the unique characteristics of different populations and geographies, played critical roles in determining the course of this devastating pandemic within their realms.